Treat all prank calls as though they're serious. Sure, have fun making 180 extra large pizzas. I work in a major pizza delivery chain that has so far been unsuccessful in out-pizzaing the Hut. Our store is in a college town, and everyone is bored as hell right now for obvious reasons, so we've gone from maybe one prank call a day to at least 3 to 5, which isn't much but still really annoying with how much more business we've been getting, again for obvious reasons. The worst part is how uncreative and low effort most of them are. At least 80% of them are, "Can I get a boneless pizza?" Or "Is this the Krusty Krab?" with the occasional insert GTA fast food order copy pasta here. This had been going on way too long, so I took up the habit of just hanging up whenever someone starts saying some stupid shit. The boss wasn't too happy about this but didn't care enough to say anything until an incident where I hung up on someone who wanted that boneless pizza and he called back pissed because he actually wanted to order. So I get a stern talking to from boss man and he sends a message to the company's group chat app saying, "I know we've been getting more prank calls than usual, but please don't follow in certain people's footsteps and just hang up on them. Take the calls as seriously as possible. If they order something we can't make, calmly explain it to them and offer them something we do actually sell. We want to try to make money off of them even if they're acting dumb, so the very next call is where the fun starts. Thank you for calling. What can I get you? I'm so hungry. Can I get an extra large pizza with triple every topping? I'm sorry ma'am, we can only go up to one extra and double each topping. Okay then, can I get 20 XLs of each meat y'all have? So, like 20 pepperoni, 20 sausage, etc. These people are obviously high as hell and giggling in the background the whole time. Sure, give me a SEC to ring it all up. Okay, so that's 180 pizzas, the total will be $1,000. Don't remember the actual price but close enough, and it'll take about 3 hours. Awesome, thanks. We'll pay with a check when we get there. Dial tone. So I place the order, and not 30 seconds later I hear what the actual duck from the boss and he runs to the computer. "How are they paying for this?" he asks me. "They said with a check. We do still take checks for orders over $200, right?" They can't have been serious. Was this a prank call? Not sure boss, you said take all calls seriously. He just grumbles and picks up the phone and calls the customer, and all I hear is super loud laughter as he hangs up. Meanwhile, other employees have started actually making the ridiculous order, not noticing anything weird about it. So, by the time the boss finishes the call and cancels the order on the computer, there are already 5 XL pepperoni pizzas in the oven. So, we got free dinner for everyone working that night, as well as another message in the group chat app simply saying, in regards to my last message, please just use good judgment when taking orders.
Now to the comments. Please don't question the validity of the submission, thanks. What a absolute snot, starting a real call with something stupid and then having the audacity to be upset that they were hung up on.
Plot twist, they probably weren't planning to order until OP hung up on them, then they decided to get OP in trouble.
Probably did the whole, "Well now I'm so mad I'm not going to order anything." Let that be a lesson to you for not taking my joke seriously. As someone who's worked at a major chain, who still takes any form of payment other than credit for orders of more than 5 pizzas, you take payment before you even start big orders.
I worked at a mom and pop's chicken and barbecue place that made pizzas. We routinely made catering orders paid by check. I don't live in a college town, but rather a more rural cowpoke kinda area, so it makes a bit more sense. I mean, there's reasons Domino's or whatever phased that stuff out.
Yeah, it depends on your situation, town, etc. My area was way too much fraud. Anything over $50 was a purchase order or a CC payment. When we were hungry and broke, we'd text our friends and ask them to call in an order and never pick it up. It would sit under the lights for a while first, but we'd get free pizza.
I did that back in HS. A friend worked at 8 Zipta, and told us if we ever wanted food just place an order to an address of a vacant building etc., and when they couldn't deliver it whoever wanted it could take it home so he would just bring it to us. Felt bad though because we ordered something that had just been discontinued, we didn't know, it was like a big Sicilian, square pizza, where it was separated into 4 sections and each section you could get a diff topping, and it required a special pan. My boy said the manager came out and said okay just for this order only, and he had to go find the pan etc. So basically it was a special order and he was pissed when he found out it was a prank. In the end we had discontinued pizza.
We have a place in town called 8 Sip Pizza and I really thought you were talking about that spot for a minute. I am not at my brightest today. It also took me a full year to realize 8 Sip is just pizza backwards. As a business owner, I can tell you that the problem a lot of bad/unsuccessful bosses have is accepting that mistakes will always be part of running a business. If you as a leader expect perfection from your employees, perfection that you should know by now you yourself could not deliver, you are only going to make things miserable for everyone, including yourself. My dad hates having pizza delivered to him. I never figured out why, but he loves to call ahead and then drive there himself. One time shortly after we moved into a new town, well, village really, we noticed there were only 3 pizza places. When trying them all out, I drove to one of them with my dad. He had obviously called ahead with our order and they said we should pick it up in 30 minutes. We were there 32 minutes later to pick up 3 pizzas. They apparently fancied themselves more of a restaurant than a pizza place, but they certainly weren't having a busy day. They greeted us and began working on our pizza. Didn't think too much of it, and the pizza was good, so we went there again 2 weeks later. Same thing, they say 30 minutes, we arrive on time, they just start making the pizza as we arrive. We ask why they're only starting on the pizza now that we're here when they said it would be ready in 30 minutes, and they kinda sorta apologize but can't seem to think of a reason. We try a 3rd time, long story short, yeah they start making the pizza right as we ask for it. We just left and never ordered there again. We don't need disrespectful service even for good pizza. TLDR, don't tell the customer to pick the pizza up in 30 minutes, if you're just going to start making the pizza once they are there anyway.
I get a Publix sub like once a week minimum and sometimes I'll show up at the pickup time and my sandwich won't be there. When I ask about it, they get started with my sandwich, like, I'm on the clock still at work and order ahead so I don't have to wait like this. Where I work you get in big trouble if an online order isn't ready for pickup in 30 minutes.
Good for you. Duck management like that.
At least he admitted his mistake instead of doubling down.
Yeah, the boss doesn't really come off as an asshole here. I mean, ops compliance was funny, but the boss' original request wasn't so unreasonable, though maybe not really worthwhile either, and he didn't punish op unduly. I'm sure this will be buried, but this reminds of when I worked overnight shift at a porn store. Prank callers underestimated how bored I could get. Well, our largest would be the 14 purple pounder, but of course as the name implied, it is purple. Black tends to be preferred for anal, which is what you said you were looking for. I would recommend the 12 Black Beauty, as I think it will suit your needs better. Would you like me to hold this item for you, so you can come and see it in person? You get the picture. Haha. I would basically just go on until they got bored. Good times. Had a friend who smoked pot for the first time and remembered boneless pizza, and in his munchied little mind he had to have boneless pizza. He called like 5 places before someone realized what was happening and talked him through his order. He eventually got a buffalo chicken pizza with the boneless wings put directly onto the pizza. I got all of this second hand, so I may have fuzzy details, but I do know that he was a blacklisted number by at least one of the places he called. In conclusion, all pizza places need to have a social worker to answer the phones. I love that you got a free dinner out of the deal.
Malicious and delicious.
Would it fit in r/delicious compliance? Probably not. But it's worth a try. To be fair, who the hell orders a boneless pizza? There's never any bones.
I still don't know WTF a boneless pizza is.
You got bones in ya shit?